just make sure that we don't have to do it by the end of the month. Yo, boy, oh boy, what news that just dropped? Wow, man. Yo, 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 yo. Hell of a news, hell of a news, hell of a news. And if my eyes look like a bloodshot red, mm, all right. If my eyes look like they bloodshot red and I look a little rough, it's because I promise y'all, chat, I have only gotten about 5 to 6 hours of sleep. Raquel went out of town, so I had to wake up early this morning and drop her off. So yeah, it looks tough, but yeah. And I'm gonna be honest with you all. I'm gonna just keep it. I'm gonna keep it all the way a being with you, bro. What I'm about to say, all off the cuff. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and hit the record button. Everything I'm about to say is off the cuff, off the dome. My initial reaction to Austin Reaves signing a max contract, right? I have a lot of thoughts about this, and I do mean a lot of thoughts. So, the verbiage behind this is very important to acknowledge. Los Angeles Lakers star Austin Rivers. Los Angeles Lakers star Austin Reaves intends to sign a 4-year, $185 million max contract to return to the franchise with a player option at the end. Who is okay? Uh, Hold on, chat. Let me say it again. Hold on, let me do it again because I'm gonna make sure I get all this on one take. So, off the cuff, off the dome, first initial reaction to Austin Reaves signing a max deal with the Los Angeles Lakers. Because I have a lot of thoughts about this, and if you've been following my channels, you all know how I feel about this dialogue and this conversation. But if you do not, you certainly will learn today. Now, first, when I saw the tweet, the verbiage was very interesting. Los Angeles Lakers star Austin Reaves intends to sign a 4-year, $185 million max contract to return to the franchise with a player option for the final season. So, first things first, and also for people who want to know what the money breakdown looks like, 41, 44, 48, 51. First things first, congratulations. I had to say congratulations to Austin Reaves. Before we get anything situated, let's be clear. Let's be 100% clear, because I am not going to allow people to forget how we got here just because the situation that we are right now is a bit iffy. Bro, I keep kind of calling Austin Rivers. Austin Reaves is an undrafted prospect who got drafted into a situation where there were multiple, not only scoring options, but ball handlers ahead of him. He came off the bench, played extremely well in his first postseason appearance, gave Darvin Ham every ounce of evidence that he is good enough to start, Darvin still decided to bench him for him to fight back for the starting position, where he was then the fourth option, then proved that he was better than D'Lo to become the third option, and here we are right now, thrusted into second option's responsibilities. And though injuries definitely are concerning, and we'll talk about that, even last year, coming back from an injury, going up against the Oklahoma City Thunder, it should have been better. It could have been better. But all things considered, the roster, the matchup, I actually thought that Austin did fine. Not the greatest, but he did fine. And the thing that really impressed me with Reaves is that he continues to improve throughout his career. And also, it's important to acknowledge that Reaves took a pay cut before we got here. So Reaves has already done some level of justice to the Lakers organization by taking a pay cut with the first contract that he signed. He did not owe them any type of wiggle room or anything else because he's already given that to them. So let's be clear with that. Let's be clear about that. Second thing that needs to be understood, because I think a lot of people, understandably so, they don't understand how contracts work. I've already seen Gil try to say, oh, we don't have no more money now. That's not how that works. Intends is the key word, because what that means is that he's not going to sign the new deal now. He's going to sign it later on in the offseason. The reason why he's going to sign it later on in the offseason is because the Lakers, we have his bird rights. And because we have his bird rights, we can sign him at the end and go over the cap, the salary cap. So that let that be clear. And shout out to Bobby Marks, because he's already explained this. The Reaves agreement has no impact on the Lakers' cap flexibility this summer. The Lakers' projected room takes into account Reaves' $20.9 million cap hold. He will sign last after the Lakers exhaust the room. So he will be the last piece that will be signed. So let that be clear. He has not inked the deal yet. The Lakers will use as much cap that they can, and then they will sign him at the end, and they have the ability to go over the salary cap to do so because they have his bird rights. So let's be clear on that. 100% clear on that. Let me see what Bruce. Yeah, here we go. Because people are saying they botched it. No. Reaves will stay on the books at his $21 million cap hold until the Lakers use their cap space. So yeah, they have his bird rights. So yeah, they have his bird rights. They're going to go over the cap. It's fine. That's not the real big deal here. And I also want to say this as well before we even get into this. I'm pretty sure people in the chat know this, but just in case, if you're watching this video and you don't know this, I'm a huge Austin Reaves fan. Guilty. Huge Austin Reaves fan. In this LeBron era of Laker history, there's only 3 jerseys that I have purchased. LeBron, AD, and Austin Reaves. These are they're the only 3. Matter of fact, when Austin was on Slam Magazine, I got the magazine. I'm a fan. I'm a fan. I will be, obviously, I'll be getting the Luka jersey soon, but I am a fan. And so with that, again, I want to make sure I do my due diligence first and say thank you, Austin, for what you have provided to this organization since you stepped foot playing for the Lakers. Several individuals have come and gone with this team and has not performed at the level in which you have performed, even though we asked them far less. And I've seen role players, potential stars, come to this organization and not play anywhere near close to the way in which you perform. You never allowed no noise, no doubters, no anything, no role, responsibility, no coach, nothing to deter who you were as an individual player. And I appreciate that. I appreciate it wholeheartedly. And I believe that you deserve every single last dime, regardless if it was from us or from another organization. Without a doubt. My only question, however, is who exactly were the Lakers? Who are they contending for in the Austin Reaves sweepstakes? Because I do not know. And that's where my biggest criticism comes from. I've said this in a previous video. I'm going to say it again. Bro, it is hard for me to believe that there is any second option in the NBA that is worth a max contract. It is really hard for me to believe that. Circumstances can be a little different. Of course, Bam, now with Giannis. Giannis got a max with the Bucks, and so that's a little different. Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, I can see that. But that's about as far as I'm willing to go. And to be fair to the Lakers, this isn't, a one-on-one situation, but Luka is the one who got traded to the team, and he's a supermax player, and he's not able to receive supermax until his next contract, if I'm not mistaken, with the Lakers. And so now the Lakers, in some regards, they got Luka on a bit of a discount. But I already see certain names pop up, OG and Cat. In my opinion, no. And the only reason why that works is because Jalen Brunson took a pay cut. I see some of y'all talking about Jamal Murray. No. I don't think you saying J-Dub and Chet, those are more examples. The Thunder are going to have to start peeling back some of their flexibility because they gave two players, one of which who could not play last year, and another one in Chet who will never scale to a max caliber player. Like, the Thunder are literally trying to juggle contracts right now because they made that decision. So no. I do not believe that there is a normal circumstance where a team should have two max contracts on their roster. The Lakers, to be fair, has a bit of a benefit because there is a player who should be receiving super max. But still, that's a lot of money. And so to Austin, congratulations. I thank you, and I appreciate you wholeheartedly. Not even joking. I appreciate what you brought to this team wholeheartedly. Time to get to work. Time to get to work. And you've already been getting to work. I don't need to sit here and tell you that you have to improve. You already know it. Got to get stronger, better balance. But your improvement every single year has me convinced that you're going to reach those heights. I'm not even really that concerned about it. But it does need to be understood. You put your name next to that contract, new responsibilities come along with it. I can't shoot you any bail anymore. You are a max guy. So you have to play consistently at top 20 levels in the NBA. I'm sorry, chat. I just cannot do it anymore. And it's not to say that I normally was. Hell, in the first part of the season before you got injured, without a doubt you were. But I just can't. We're here now. We are here. And in a very pivotal offseason where the Lakers need as much flexibility as possible financially, brother, and not only this offseason, moving forward, brother, this is a steep commitment. Very steep commitment. Because what this now means for the rest of the roster is important. Number one, LeBron, you're basically done. You're out of here. You're out of here, buddy. I don't even see a world where LeBron could come back unless he's willing to take a substantial pay cut. The LeBron era for the Lakers has to be done. It literally has to be done. There is no rhyme or reason. There's no world I could ever see the Lakers giving him near max or whatever money that he may be asking for. And the money that they probably going to offer to him may be offensive. Under that, and that's fine. That's fair. But it's going to just be a no. It's going to be a hell no. An absolute no. Especially because now that they've committed to Luka and Reaves, team needs defense. Teams need three-point shooting. Team need a little bit younger players because you're in your 40s. And they told you last year that they were not going to give you the contract that you're looking for. This year, they just prioritized themselves again, and they did so by signing Austin. It's done. The LeBron era is done. It's done. I cannot. I mean, that's just it. That's it. That's it. Two, a lot of people, understandably so, but again, let's be clear. This does not impact what they had to do this offseason. Because again, they can go over the cap because they have his bird rights. He's going to be the last player that they sign. However, this offseason is still very important because it's going to set up what the team looks like moving forward. Last night, they drafted Carr. A lot of people were upset at that because they thought they were going to get a big. I promise you, if you look at the bigs that were available that late into the draft, no Sirskis. No Sirskis. No, no, absolutely not. Carr is actually a really good fit for the Lakers. They're going to need playable wings, players who can shoot, dribble, drive, play defense. Those are all things that JJ has been saying for quite some time now. Those are the type of players that you want on the roster, and he is an athlete. And he's also, if he pans out, he's going to be a really good player to play alongside Austin and Luka because he can play defense, great length, good shooter. All those minutes that Jake LaRavia and the Lakers have been trying to figure out who's going to be on the wing, all those minutes that they've been trying to figure out over the past 2 to 3 years, in theory, he is supposed to fill it. So no more Jake LaRavia, no more Dalton Connect, Jalen Hood-Schifino, no more what's Cam Reddish, Taurean Prince. Those minutes, that's where he's supposed to fulfill. Effectively, the Max Christie replacement, that's what he's supposed to be. And I think he should be able to reach those heights. I am fine. I actually love the addition. Low risk, pretty high reward for a player that can be complementary next to two great ball handlers, passers, playmakers, decision makers, scorers that can really simplify his game and allow him to transition into potentially pretty immediate impact. So I'm fine. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it. But what this also does mean, if the Lakers are going to continue to add to their roster, they have to, and I mean have to, figure out a way to add a 5 to this team. There's already been reports, and I've been saying this for a while. I don't know, man. Rob might be hey man, Rob might be watching my videos, you know what I'm saying? We got a little some Eve Misi where if somebody put that tweet in the chat, the Eve Misi declined, but at least they're looking for it. Also, this right here is some news that just broke today. The Lakers would be very open to trading LeBron for Jared Allen from Brian Windhorst. Obviously, LeBron would have to want to sign with the Cavs, but if you're on a pathway to paying LeBron the money is to trade Jared Allen for him, the Lakers would kill for Jared Allen, kill for him. So yeah, that's what they're looking for. They definitely want somebody a big like that, and they're also just been in the conversations. Lakers tried to reach out to Pelicans regarding Eve Misi, but were rejected. So it does mean that Rob is already in pursuit of trying to find a big, or already trying to find a big. So I'm not too concerned about the 5 spot. They're clearly a priority there. They want to get more defensive-oriented players who can also shoot the basketball, so it's no more Jake LaRavia and Vando minutes. That's the reason why they went in that direction at the draft. And when it comes to LeBron, it seems as if like potentially him being dealt in a sign and trade might be the best way to go. Might be the best way to go. But the other thing that the Lakers have to do, and I do mean have to do, bro, they have to figure out what they're going to do with this Vando contract. Because a Vando contract, Vando's gotten to a point where he is unplayable while he is also getting paid $12 million. Not nothing too crazy, but $12 million for an unplayable player when the Lakers effectively want to be penny pinching and trying to figure out what they want to do. Also, the Lakers cannot go over the second tax apron because last night they traded their cash consideration to move up in the draft. So that does not remove them from being able to go over the second tax apron. I don't think they were going to come close to doing so, but keep that in mind as well. Keep all that in mind as well. But I do believe it's going to be interesting to see what is next for the Lakers I do think that they are already in pursuit of a big, regardless if it's Eve Misi or Jared Allen. Now with the Bucks whole situation, Miles Turner, potentially Khalil Ware, right? They're trying to figure things out, and the fact that they went after Eve Misi means, and it also shows that they know that there's a way in which they can add talent to this roster from players who are still on their rookie contracts, which is the new meta now. If you're going to commit to Austin and Luka with the amount of money that both of them getting paid, you have to fill out the roster with a bunch of players who are on their rookie deals. There has to be like 2 or 3 players on their rookie deals who are going to get real minutes in the next 2 to 3 years, because you have to have as much flexibility as possible. Miles Turner and Jared Allen, they do deviate from that, and if you decide to go that deep into it, then you're going to have to move off of, LeBron to sign and trade, and Vando's going to have to be moved as well if that's the direction that they're going to go into, because Jared Allen, 28, 30, 32, he gets paid a lot of money, and I think Miles Turner is around the $25 million a year mark, so you're going to have to be a little bit concerning about Miles Turner as well. 25, 26, 27, and 29. Jesus Christ. So that's a lot of money, but if you are going to go in that direction, you have to figure out a way in which Vando just has to be cut off the team. Like, at that point, he has to go. Like, he literally has to go. The other piece is Rui. I like Rui on this roster, but potentially coming off of the bench and filling the rest of the starting 5 with nothing but defenders, and using Rui as a bit of a plug-in player to give you a little bit more offensive flexibility coming off of the bench. That's what I would really like to see out of Rui. I'm not even mad if Rui comes back around the same amount of money that he was making before, but he like quite literally has to be coming off the bench. He has to. He has to. What else? Because I think some of y'all were asking me questions. Did you see what McCann said about Gil being MJ? Yeah, we reacted to that yesterday. Yeah, we reacted to that yesterday. Let me see. Low, just know if LeBron leaves, half of your following gone just like that. That's fine. They can go. They can go. They can go. They can go. But yeah, the LeBron era is definitely done. I mean, that is unequivocally true at this point. The LeBron era is definitely done. I'm actually surprised there aren't more people on the timeline trying to figure out where LeBron is going to go next, because it is clear that it's over with. The LeBron era is done. There's no other way around it. He's not going to be a part of this team long term. It's done. It's done. Definitely done. Shout out to the graphics, man. Lakers cap space situation after re-signing Austin Reaves. I got them projected with $48 million in cap space, with DeAndre Ayton and Marcus Smart player options factoring in. That's the other thing. Both Ayton and Marcus Smart, their salary cap situation, or them taking their options, is going to be interesting as well. Ayton with 8, Marcus Smart with 5. That can free up a little bit more space as well. But we got to wait to see what they're going to do with those two. They have a $9.4 million room mid-level exception, so there's that as well. But I do want to see what we're going to do, because again, $165 million is the salary cap. The Lakers have $137 million, so that's a lot of room, and we can go all the way up to around $220 million. If I'm not mistaken, the Lakers also have Rui's bird rights as well, so they can sign him on at the end and continue to go over the cap. But they have the wiggle room to do it. It's just that you have to be very meticulous now. Like, quite literally, you have to be meticulous. You have to be meticulous. Check what Mark. I'm assuming you're saying Mark Stein. Who goes to the Lakers? I mean, who goes to the Warriors? Kawhi? I think Kawhi goes. Yeah, I don't think that they should waive Marcus Smart if he decides to take the $5 million. I think that's fine. He can come back for $5 million. I'm more than fine with him coming back for $5 million and allowing Carr to kind of learn under him. I'm fine with that. I'm definitely fine with that. I actually would probably prefer that, to be honest with you. The Lakers today secure Austin Reaves' commitment on a new deal after rising interest from Detroit. I'm told the Pistons began maneuvering to make deals. I'm told the Pistons began maneuvering to make a real run at Reaves that would require, among other players, trading. Oh, I just can't fucking read. Oh my God. I'm told Pistons began maneuvering to make a real run at Reaves that would require, among other moves, trading Isaiah Stewart for flexibility. I'm going to be honest with you, though. I actually do not know if they would have signed, if the Pistons would have thrown Max at Austin, bro, that would have been crazy because that means Jalen Duren, you would have been fucked. Yeah, you've been done, brother. They would have been moving on. They would have been moving on without you, bro. That's literally what that means. If they were willing to move Isaiah Stewart to give Reaves a max, that means, Jalen, you're done. Because the contract that they would have handed you definitely would not have justified bringing you back. You would have been done, bro. So, Jalen, just let it be known you were the second priority in this offseason. Second. So just, you know what I'm saying? There's that. And let that be known. But that's crazy because I didn't even think that Detroit was going to be really pursuing Austin like that because they still had to figure out what they want to do with Jalen, and they still had to make a couple of other moves such as Isaiah Stewart for them to open up the space to go after Austin. And then once the Nets got Julius Randle, which I don't think that Austin would have ever went to Brooklyn anyway, but once the Nets got Julius Randle, that took them out of the run. Then Nick Claxton went to Chicago, so that took the Bulls out of the run. So that basically left the Lakers or Detroit, and it seemed like Detroit was willing to, they was about to do it. They were about to do it. And this is also the same reason why I said about the Giannis whole situation is that Tyler Hero was going to have to be moved to Detroit, but they were not in a rush to get Tyler Hero. They wanted to get Austin and Kyrie. So this is aligned with what I've been told as well. So that does make a lot of sense. But Austin, I appreciate what you've done. I can't wait to see how you respond. This is a lot of money. Rob, you have a lot of work to do in the rest of that front office. So new money being thrown around, that's great. But looking at the rest of this payroll, Ayton has to go. Vando has to go. Jake has to go. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and get my accounting bag real quick. That's $12.2 million from Vando. That's $8.1 million from Ayton. That's $6 million from Jake. $26 million. $26 million gots to go. Matter of fact, go ahead and add a couple four in there as well. Go ahead and add the 26 plus 4. That's 30. And matter of fact, go ahead and add the 2 in there for Bronny. Get that shit out of here. $32 million need to get the fuck out of here, bro. $32 million need to go. $32 million need to figure out a way to be on another team. Throw Bronny in that. Dalton, hey, since LeBron is gone now, we can go ahead and just kill the shenanigans. It's a great story. It was a good story, chat. It was a good story. We got bigger fish to fry, though. All right, we got bigger fish to fry. We got bigger fish to fry. All right, let's be serious. Let's be serious now. So, like I said, make sure my math is right. $2 million for Bronny. Matter of fact, $2.3 million for Bronny. Plus the 4.2 from Dalton, plus the 6 from Jake, plus the, what is that, 8.1? No, that's 7.1. 8.1 from Ayton, plus the 12.4. 33. $33 million need to get the fuck off the roster right now. That need to get off the roster ASAP. We too concerned. Y'all concerned. Hey. Y'all sitting here telling me I need to be concerned about the $41 million. There is literally $33 million on this roster that cannot play. That is a much bigger concern. There's $33 million on this roster that literally cannot play. All right? Let's be clear. $33 million that cannot play. Right? So we got to figure that out. And like somebody just said, the Vando situation, he got to go. Of that $30+ million, brother, 12, almost 13 of it is coming from Vanderbilt, and another 8 is coming from DeAndre Ayton. That's a much bigger concern that we need to figure out. So, Rob, get to working. I like what you did in Austin. I appreciate all your efforts, all your work. It's going to be a very interesting season because I'm going to be honest with you, you're going to have new responsibilities and new expectations moving forward. And it's going to be a very, very big year. People want to know how I feel about the draft pick. I love it. People need to be a little bit more familiar with who Cameron Carr is and what he provides to the team. And he can definitely kind of replace some of the, not some, really all of the Jake LaRavia minutes and a lot of other non-3-point shooting wings that we've had over the past couple of years, and potentially just be a bigger version of Max Christie and hopefully replace Marcus Smart long-term, put him in the backcourt with Austin. Luka is much bigger, so he's probably Luka's the size of a wing. So if we can have an actual point of attack defender moving forward who can also shoot, that right there would be great. Because at that point, we'll have an actual option coming off of the bench for us. And then from that moment forward, all we got to do is figure out wing defenders and bigs. And we're already going in the direction to try to get a big. Oh, man. But we'll see, man. We will see. LeBron era is definitely done, though. Cannot lie. LeBron era is definitely done. All right. Yeah. They saying that Cameron Carr is the new age Max Christie. More athletic. Definitely can, yeah. So that's what they saying. Niggas saying Braun not leaving. Y'all niggas is not serious. How do y'all how does Braun stay? How does LeBron stay on the roster? Is the nigga taking a vet minimum? Yeah, they're Bowman's, they're definitely coping. A pay a pay cut, he would have to take vet minimum. What are y'all talking about? Give him $15 to $20 million a year. Niggas say never deserve Braun. Yeah, y'all got it. Yeah. Tell him to go get Max somewhere else. Tell him to go get Max somewhere else. Tell him to go find a team that's willing to pay him $20 to $25 million, and we'll make it easier for both parties, and we'll just do a sign and trade. Tell him to go do that. Because where Braun gonna go? Matter of fact, let me keep recording this. Y'all saying that Braun gonna stay? Tell me in the chat right now where Braun gonna go right now. Because some of y'all talking about some 15 to 20 million in the chat. Where Braun gonna go? Cavs? Okay, cool. For us to get that job done and Cleveland potentially, where he at? Allen making $28 million next year. So they're gonna sign LeBron 25. Take on maybe all right maybe, but there's already reports claiming that the Boston Celtics might move Jaylen Brown for Evan Mobley, which if they do, that's terrible. Jesus. But what else? What's another one? Braun to San Antonio, I do believe it should be in play. But if Braun goes to San Antonio, they kind of have to figure out what they want to do with De'Aaron Fox because they're going to have wiggle room, but they need more 3-point shooting. And personally speaking, they got to figure out what they're going to do with Fox before they add Braun. They can add Braun, but they need a little bit more size and 3-point shooting before they get to Braun. And Braun gives him some size, but not 3-point shooting. So what else? What else? He not going to Charlotte. Let's be serious. Okay, so he not going to Charlotte. What else? He not going back to Miami. What else? The Rockets? He not going to Chicago. He's not going to Chicago. He's not going to Miami. Y'all keep saying Miami. Nigga, where y'all? He's not going back to Miami. What the fuck are y'all talking about? He's not going to the Clippers. Golden State is the other one, actually, that people been talking about. If he goes to Golden State, what are they going to do? Because the Lakers are not taking on that Jimmy Butler contract. So there's a fuck no. Unless they move off of Draymond and his $27 million and just put LeBron in that situation, that place, cool. But then the Lakers would need to redirect Draymond, so maybe. But even if I were to combine Moses Moody's 12, Al Horford actually is going to decline that and potentially retire. Let me see. Because this is the problem right here with this is kind of the problem for the Warriors. Everybody else on this roster, not named Curry, Draymond, and Jimmy, they don't really get paid much of anything. So even if I were to put together the 12.5 from Moody plus the 5.6 from B-Pods plus the 4.6 from Santos plus the 3.4, that's 26 million. They would have to trade Melton, Santos, B-Pods, and Moody just to get to 26 million. Just to get to 26 million. They had to trade 4 players just to get to 26 million. The Knicks are not looking for any type of shift in what they just accomplished. No. Do Minnesota. All right, what's going on in Minnesota? So we already know for a fact Minnesota, they're not trading Jaden McDaniels because they turned down a Giannis upgrade for Jaden. So they're not trading Jaden McDaniels. They already moved off of Julius, got nothing for him. Reports are already saying they're going to upgrade Nas in the starting 5, so they need him. Dante's only 12, 4, 2, 2. Rudy Gobert is the only name that is making a substantial amount of money, but then you don't have a 5. So are they trading Rudy Gobert and don't have a 5? Niggas keep, okay, why not Miami? Why Miami? Why do y'all keep saying Miami? LeBron is not going back to Miami. I don't know why y'all think he's going back to Miami. Nigga, he's not going back to Miami. I don't know why y'all keep saying that. But let me just tickle your fancies. Okay. Hero is already gone. Jaime's gone. Khalil gone. Yonachuna's gone. So all of them are gone. Norman Powell, free agent. So maybe a sign and trade. So it would literally have to be Wiggins, who's declining his player option to restructure his deal. Jovic is not enough. Davion, not enough. Even with both of them together, that would be 28. So either it would literally have to be Wiggins. Hey, I'll take Wiggins. I'll take Wiggins. I'm fine with that. I'll take Wiggins. I have no problem. I don't think that Miami would do that, though. So you're not going to Miami. Actually, I have no idea where this nigga is going. Actually, the more I actually look at these teams, chat, nigga, hey, it's about to get real spooky. I'm gonna let y'all know right now. It's about to get real spooky for Braun. It's about to get real spooky for Braun in a second, bro. It's about to get real spooky. Y'all said Denver. Cam Johnson, okay. Do you think in the attempt to free up the space to make sure that they can bring back Peyton Watson, they move off of both Cam and Christian Brown? It can't be just Chris, bro. Y'all keep saying that nigga's gonna get more than 20 million. We went down this path because he's gonna get more than 20. If he's only getting paid 15 million, then yeah, maybe he can play for the Lakers. But y'all said he gonna get 20 to 25 million at bare minimum. That's how he went down this path. That's literally how we went down this path. So I don't understand what y'all looking for. I actually do believe if they want to get off this Christian Brown contract, then that's not the worst thing in the world. I just don't know if I don't know anybody who really is running to a Christian Brown contract where he's getting paid $20 to $28 million after that. I just don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But that would be interesting for Denver to get off of that contract to then give them more long-term flexibility. That would then justify them bringing back Peyton Watson because they might lose Peyton, and that's tough. That's tough. Staffa said, "Low, what's up?" You forcing yourself to hope the Lakers don't pay him. It's not me forcing myself. They literally don't have the cap space to pay him more than 20. It would be dumb if the Lakers just paid him a bunch of money. Bro, y'all trolling. 15 to 20 million, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. 15 potentially. Bro, when we get to 20 though, I can't see it. Charlotte, he's not, bro. Y'all start now. We get to the point where y'all naming names that he's not going to go to. He's not going to Charlotte, and they're not going to trade anybody. Actually, I don't think they need to trade. Yeah, they only have 148 million next year. But he's not going to Charlotte. Come on, he's not going to Charlotte. He's not going to Dallas either. Y'all are saying names that he's not going to go to. He's not going to these. He's not going to these teams. He's not going to Atlanta, bro. He's not going to Atlanta. And also, what is Atlanta doing in the sign and trade? Everybody that they have, they still want. Unless they just want to do the CJ McCollum 21 that they just gave him and they just call it a sign and trade even. I'm not taking Kuminga. Fuck no. Jesus Christ. They probably want Onyeka. They clearly want Nikhil. Corey Kisper. Absolutely not. Ricochet. Buddy Hill. Fuck. Oh my God. This list keep getting worse. My goodness. Yeah, that's a no. That's a no. That's a no. Phoenix is gonna want to keep Dylan Brooks. They're not trading Devin Booker. They're not trading Jalen Green. Okay. Grayson Allen and Royce O'Neal. I think they both played pivotal roles to their floor spacing last year, though, and everybody else is on rookie contracts. So they're gonna move off of 2 rotational players to bring in LeBron. I don't know, brother. I kind of feel like if LeBron comes back, I mean, it's going to be Orlando is interesting. Let me actually go look at them real quick, and then after that, because right now we're playing fairy tale hoops. Niggas playing NBA 2K, dead ass. You niggas playing 2K. If we being honest with ourselves. Wagner no, Paolo no, Bane no. Suggs is actually a little interesting. Window, they need a 5. Isaac is what they're trying to constantly move, but no one wants Jonathan Isaac. I'm not mad at Anthony Black on the Lakers. I'm not mad at Tristan DeSilva on the Lakers. Suggs, though, is a name that I'm pretty sure they wouldn't mind moving off on. But I feel like there's a lot of redundancy between LeBron and Franz Wagner and Paolo. So I don't think they're going to do it. Yeah, niggas playing my GM right now. I mean, that's what they're doing right now. Y'all playing my GM, so I don't know. Niggas saying he's getting traded to the Warriors and Raptors. I'm not even going to sit here and do it. I'm not about to sit here and do this. He said what himself? Staffa, what are you talking about, bro? What is Staffa talking about, chat? Hold on. Why would Braun do a sign and trade? We're trying to figure out a way in which he can get the amount of money that he wants without the Lakers disrespecting him with like a the sub $15 million contract. Y'all are saying the Pistons. I actually don't think Detroit. Why would Detroit do that? He's not playing for Detroit. Y'all are saying he's not playing for Portland. All right, I already said the Spurs. Spurs are very realistic. I've said that from the beginning of the offseason, though. Spurs are very, very realistic. Very, very realistic. At least for me. But y'all niggas saying Portland and Charlotte and the Clippers, like, we have to be serious with ourselves. The Wizards. He's not playing for the Wizards, bro. The Raptors, bro. Come on. I ain't gonna lie. It is gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting to see what Braun does. Because like he ran out of options. He ran out of options quick. Did I do the Rockets? Shit, the Rockets, they'll trade anybody, not name them in, so. I think the only player on the Rockets that I might want as a Laker is Jabari. Yeah, Jabari's new contract kicks in, and he's 23, 21, 23, and then it finally kicks up to 25, 27. KD, I'll pass on that. Şengün, no. Fred VanVleet, fuck no. DFS, hell no. Steven Adams, no. I would love a man, but they're not passing up a man, and no. So Jabari's the only name. Jabari's literally the only name. He's the only name. That makes sense. No, just nigga said Jabari and Tari? No. Nope. Just Jabari. Just Jabari. That's it. Nope, not DFS. Niggas gonna pick up the phone like, you sure you don't want Tari Eason? Yeah, we're good. We'll just take one player. One. We'll take one player. We'll take one. Niggas said do Memphis. You got it, bro. He's not getting traded to Memphis, bro. All right. He's not going to Pelicans. Jesus. We're good on Şengün. We're good. All right. I gotta go upload this video. Big news.
Anthony Edwards or SGA. Who would you rather guard, LaMelo Ball or Anthony Edwards?
Anthony Edwards.
Anthony Edwards or SGA.
Anthony Edwards. Wait, who would I rather guard?
Anthony Edwards.
Anthony Edwards.
Anthony Edwards or SGA.
Anthony Edwards. Wait, who would I rather guard? Yeah, I ain't doing with the flopping. Anthony Edwards, I'm sorry.
Who would you...
That's interesting. That's interesting. That's interesting. That's my demon, though. That's my demon. That's my demon. You know what I'm saying? He know what ethical hoops look like. All right, chat. Somebody asked me, am I streaming the second round? No. I'm not gonna stream the second round. Let me get this video out. So where's LeBron going? It's actually a good question. So where is LeBron going? I'll take Jared Allen. I'm fine with Jared Allen. All right, chat. Nigga said to the crib. All right, chat. We'll see y'all later, man. See y'all later. If you miss any of the stream, the video will be out. It'll be out probably in the next hour or two. Peace.